The first time I saw the Daniel Defense Mark 12 was in 2014 on the cover of Guns and Ammo magazine. At the time, I thought the color Flat Dark Earth was a miserable color. Yet, there the Daniel Defense Mark 12 was. And not only Flat Dark Earth, but in a distressed, worn out, abused version of Flat Dark Earth. And I had to have it. However, as soon as I got it, I shot it once or twice and then locked it away in my safe for the next 2 to 3 years. To this day, I don't know why I did this. My best guess is that I was filming my show Noir at the time, and I was using so many different guns while filming, I never really got around to shooting it. Either way, I neglected it, if not, completely abandoned it. Then one day, for whatever reason, as I was packing up to go to the range, I saw the Daniel Defense Mark 12 in the safe and haphazardly decided to bring it. What happened after that was nothing short of a tactical love story. In 1999, the US military wanted a rifle that could shoot as fast as an M4 or M16, but had the long-range capability of the M24 bolt-action rifle, while being lightweight and maneuverable. In short, they wanted the Jesus rifle. Instead, they got the Mark 12. Now, there are some very specific things that make a Mark 12 a true Mark 12, and I could do a 40-minute video about it, but I'm here to talk about my Daniel Defense Mark 12. But if you want to be pedantic about it, my Daniel Defense Mark 12 is not a true Mark 12. But what it sets out to do is live up to the concept and theory behind why the Mark 12 was developed in the first place. You could argue that the quad rails on my Daniel Defense Mark 12 make it look a bit retro. But the Porsche 930 Turbo looks retro, and that thing is awesome. Granted, the Daniel Defense design buttstock and pistol grip adds a healthy amount of modernity to the Mark 12's otherwise retro charm. My particular Daniel Defense Mark 12 has a distressed FDE finish, which adds another level of character to the rifle if you ask me. The FDE distress finish appeals to my transient delusions of grandeur by making me feel like I've done way more with this rifle than I actually have. I don't worry about scratching or marring this rifle up because every additional mark I make on the rifle looks like it belongs there to begin with anyway. I love the way this rifle feels and handles. If I had to describe it in one word, it would be easy. Everything just feels easy on this rifle. The 12-inch free-floating Picatinny quad rail in hand feels a lot smaller than it looks, but I don't feel the need to add a foregrip because the edges of the Picatinny rail give me all the grip that I need. Even with an 18-inch stainless steel barrel, Magpul bipods, a Leupold Mark 6 3-18, an offset Leupold Delta Point Pro, and a Surefire suppressor, this rifle still doesn't feel heavy. The operative words being feel, and it's not heavy. But at 7.41 pounds, it's not super light either, but it is incredibly balanced. So even with its longer than usual barrel, freehand shooting is really easy because the weight of the gun is evenly distributed. This means I have no problem walking around all day with this rifle. Where I truly fall in love with this rifle is in how it shoots. Good Lord, I love the way this rifle shoots because it's so easy to shoot. Like the true Mark 12, the Daniel Defense Mark 12 has a rifle-length direct impingement gas system, which, to be honest, will make most rifles a pretty soft shooting rifle, and this Mark 12 is no exception. I can shoot this rifle all day and not fatigue, but it's more than just how soft it shoots. It also comes with the Guys Say 2-stage, which, if you ask me, is freaking phenomenal. Because it's just as good shooting fast as it is shooting slow and accurately. It's a 2-stage with a single-stage personality. The trigger has such a short, creamy, smooth trigger that you can just stroke through the uptake when you're shooting fast and it feels like a trigger. But then when you want to be more precise, just use about 50% less of the pressure you put on the trigger when you're shooting fast, and you'll notice there is a definable wall at the end of the trigger slack, effectively making it a 2-stage trigger, and it breaks so clean and smooth, I low-key want to cry sometimes. It really does make shooting at distance so much easier because the trigger just gets out of your way and you can focus on shooting precisely without having to navigate a gritty, indecisive trigger. When I want to go fast, it lets me go fast. When I want to go slow, it lets me go slow. And I love it. However, what I don't love very much is the charging handle. I can live without this charging handle. It's not bad, I just don't prefer it. I like a charging handle with a bigger profile and wings that are ambidextrous. This charging handle has neither. There's another thing about this rifle I don't care for. It's not an ambidextrous rifle. I rarely notice it, but when I do, it's a little annoying because I do practice shooting on my left side. At this point, it's no secret, I love this rifle, which is weird because I loved it at first sight, then ignored it only to pull it out of the safe years later and fall madly in love with it again. It's not a particularly unique rifle in the purest sense of the word, but it just does the regular things you expect an AR-15 to do really well. What I love maybe more than the way this rifle shoots is its versatility in use. If I just want to plink at targets out to 600 yards, I can do this easily. If I want to do more fast action tactical style shooting, I can do that too because of how maneuverable it is. Even from a defense perspective, I have a 3-18 optic along with the red dot on it, and if I so choose, I can put a suppressor on, all without turning this thing into a tank of a gun to carry. My Daniel Defense Mark 12 is not really a rifle I show off when I have friends come over. It's a rifle I appreciate the most when it's just me and the rifle out on the range or on a piece of property. I shoot this rifle way more than I did before, and the more I shoot it, the more I love it. However, it usually doesn't really hit me how much I love this rifle until I'm done shooting and I'm packing up for the day. I'll look over and see it laying there and I'll think, man, I really love that rifle. And then another voice will say, yeah, you like it now, but you neglected it at first, so you really don't deserve it. And to that I usually say, shut up, Peter. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for or hopefully even avoid a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, make sure you hit that bell symbol.